Hey guys, what is up? This is Matty Davis, me once again. Welcome back to the movie review, aka After I Saw. This time is going to be on Marty Supreme. This movie is directed by Josh Safdie, who worked with Benny Safdie on a few films such as Good Time and Uncut Gems. And this year, they made their own separate movies. While Benny Safdie did The Smashing Machine, Josh Safdie directed this. As Timothée Chalamet plays a very professional ping pong player. I know throughout the movie they say table tennis, but I'm just going to call him a ping pong player because I prefer ping pong over table tennis in terms of what they call it. And he is very determined on showing the world how good of a ping pong player he is, while he struggles a lot, not just on ping pong itself, but life in general, as things go in various different directions that get him into very sticky situations, I might add, especially since he's a lot more than a ping pong player. He's also a liar as well as a hustler. There are various scenes throughout the film where you can pick apart the film and think of this as, combining different elements of, heavy drama, or sometimes a little bit of, I don't know. It's just hard for me to spoil this movie because there is so much that goes on throughout this film, and it's 2.5 hours long, and it does not feel like it goes on forever. Scenes go by super fast, and it's all thanks to Chalamet's terrific performance. And I gotta say this, even though I liked The Smashing Machine fine, no offense to Benny Safdie whatsoever, I'm sure he'll do pretty well as Bowser Jr., I hope anyway, but this movie blew that film out of the water. I can definitely say without a doubt, this is by far probably the best film, in my opinion, that the Safdies, or one of the Safdie brothers, have made. Because this movie just feels like it just has so much going for it. It was not what I expected. I didn't know entirely what this film was about going in. I thought, Timothée Chalamet was playing, a character for a biopic, but this isn't that. Apparently, the character he's playing as doesn't exist in real life. This is not based off true events, and that's something that really surprised me. I thought this was something like that. The thing that's going for is adding in so much to this character's life that you should be happy that you do not have this character's life, because oftentimes, despite the fact that he feels very unlikable, there are times throughout the movie, because, Chalamet is so good in the movie, that you can't help but love to hate him in certain parts of the film. Because, again, there are often times where he lies, but there are often times where, he's struggling a lot, especially when, oftentimes he feels like he's doing the right thing, but when he doesn't end up doing the right thing, then things turn into an absolute hell. There are some things involving a dog. I'm not going to say, anything too heavy when it comes to what this film goes for in terms of what happens with the plot, but I am going to say this. Expect the unexpected, because even when it comes to the ping pong, the actual ping pong matches, they can feel very intense. They are so well choreographed, and it doesn't feel like a film that felt scripted, because oftentimes, people will interrupt one another. This does not feel like a film that just feels absolutely staged. This honestly feels like what's going on is actually happening in the movie. Aside from, the violent scenes, of course, those were things that were just, obviously. But I'm just saying, with this movie, it just feels like they add in so much that no scene feels like filler. No scene whatsoever, even when, it cuts to a scene that, I wasn't expecting. Everything still feels like it's added in a very necessary way when it comes to the ping pong, because it's a lot more than just about a guy wanting to play ping pong. And Marty himself does not have a backstory. There is not a single part where they mention why Marty likes to play ping pong or why he's a determined ping pong player. All that he says in this movie is that it doesn't matter. And while yes, for some movies, I would have liked if there was a little bit more to their character, but for a movie like this, I did not care whatsoever that we don't know why, Marty loves to play ping pong. The fact is, he loves ping pong. He wants to be the greatest ping pong player ever. He is determined to be the best at ping pong playing, and oftentimes he uses that to hustle his way out of certain situations, which I find very intriguing. This movie did such a good job at writing Timothée Chalamet's character in a way that has me love him but also hate him. But I loved him more than I hated him because he's written so well, and his acting is just god tier perfection that this I've been thinking about it a lot. This just might be my favorite movie that he has been in terms of his performance. Because without getting into spoilers with the last part, I will say this, has probably the best use of acting that I have seen him do. And I thought it was absolutely satisfying. This movie gave me a lot more than I expected, but with one of the Safdie brothers behind it, I cannot imagine, someone else other than, Benny Safdie working with Josh Safdie to work on this film a lot better. Because with the fact that it has that uncut gems and good time vibe, it's really what made the movie work, especially with elements of film grains and make it feel more like on the lines of an 80s film. But in the end, guys, Marty Supreme absolutely was supreme. It was unpredictable. It was so well written that nothing feels scripted. Everything feels real. Thanks to Chalamet's terrific performance, he made this movie. Every time he is on screen, everything feels like it goes by super fast. And I was thinking about it a lot. I was thinking of 4.5 out of 5, but screw it. I only gave 2 movies that this year. Might as well make it 3. Oh yeah, also, when we went to go see the movie, my dad got a promo for free popcorn buckets for Marty Supreme. Yeah, they went really all out with this one. But nonetheless, it is a nice little buckets. You can open this up and put popcorn in it, but it's amazing how many popcorn buckets they have been releasing over at Regal. But hey, it's nice that it was free. You got the A24 logo back there, but yeah, I absolutely love this one, and I hope people go out and see it. If you love good time, if you love uncut gems, this is a must-see, and it's definitely my favorite film that they have made so far, or one of them. You get my point. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and maybe subscribe for more. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or maybe Blue Sky. Links in the description. And I'll see you guys later. Word out. Oh, and next time I won't be outside for another review. But yeah, word out.